What if I told you one of the most infamous serial killers in American history was never caught? The Zodiac Killer terrorized Northern California for years, leaving cryptic letters, unsolved murders, and a chilling mystery that still haunts us to this day. But here's the twist. New evidence has emerged that might change everything. Could the Zodiac still be out there, closer than we think? In today's video, we dive deep into the twisted mind of the Zodiac Killer, exploring his reign of terror and the shocking twist that has left investigators questioning the truth. In the late 1960s, Northern California was gripped with fear as a brutal and mysterious killer emerged. Calling himself the Zodiac, he taunted police and media alike, sending cryptic letters and codes that baffled investigators. His first confirmed attack occurred on December 20, 1968, when teenagers Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday were murdered near Vallejo. Just months later, the Zodiac struck again. But unlike typical killers, the Zodiac wanted to be known. His letters, which included unsettling cryptograms, started appearing in newspapers, bragging about his crimes and daring the public to crack his codes. This killer wasn't just after blood. He wanted notoriety, and for a while, he got it. The Zodiac's letters were perhaps the most chilling part of his crimes. In one of his first correspondences, he sent a cipher to 3 California newspapers, daring them to publish it. Within the complex symbols lay a message, and the code breakers who cracked the first cipher found a disturbing confession. "I like killing people because it is so much fun." One of his most infamous ciphers, the 340 cipher, went unsolved for over 50 years, until a team of code breakers finally cracked it in 2020. The translation was cryptic and eerie, but did not reveal his identity. The Zodiac's cryptic messages only deepened the mystery, making him a figure of terror for anyone living in Northern California at the time. In July 1969, the Zodiac attacked again, this time targeting Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau at a lover's lane. Mageau survived the attack and was able to give the police a description of their assailant, but it led nowhere. A few months later, the Zodiac killed Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard in a horrifying stabbing at Lake Berryessa. Shepard, who died after a brutal attack, provided one of the few known descriptions of the Zodiac. He was wearing a hood and a strange symbol on his chest. The killer's final confirmed murder occurred in October 1969, when he shot cab driver Paul Stein in San Francisco. In a chilling move, the Zodiac mailed a piece of Stein's bloody shirt to the San Francisco Chronicle. Despite these gruesome killings, the Zodiac had another way to keep his terrifying presence alive: his unrelenting communication with the media. The Zodiac boasted in his letters that he had killed 37 people, though only 5 were ever confirmed. Over the years, police interviewed numerous suspects, but no one was ever conclusively linked to the killings. The most prominent suspect was Arthur Lee Allen, a man whose dark past and violent tendencies made him a likely candidate. However, Allen was never arrested, and after his death, DNA testing on the Zodiac's letters failed to link him to the crime. As time went on, many wondered if the Zodiac could have been someone hidden in plain sight, perhaps even a police officer, or someone with inside knowledge of the investigation. Wild theories circulated, with some suggesting that the Zodiac Killer's crimes were part of a larger, sinister agenda. But nothing ever came of these speculations. Until recently. Just when everyone thought the Zodiac case had gone cold forever, a shocking twist emerged in 2021. A retired cold case investigator revealed previously overlooked evidence. A partial fingerprint found on one of the Zodiac's letters matched a print in a database tied to a man who had been interviewed early in the investigation, but dismissed due to lack of evidence. This man, who lived just miles from where the first victims were murdered, had left California shortly after the final confirmed Zodiac letter was sent. Investigators also found a collection of disturbing journals in his home, filled with cryptic symbols strikingly similar to those used by the Zodiac. His name? The police deliberately redacted it as they were reopening the investigation with hopes of a breakthrough. But here's the most unsettling part. When they tracked the man down, he was alive and living under a different identity in a small town in the Midwest. He had blended into society, lived a quiet life, and even had a family. Could this man be the Zodiac Killer? Investigators are now reviewing all evidence, and some believe the case may soon be solved after decades of mystery. But today, no arrests have been made, leaving the public in chilling suspense. The Zodiac might still be out there, watching and waiting. The Zodiac Killer has long been one of the most baffling cases in American crime history. With his taunting letters, unsolved codes, and horrific murders, he left an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. And while the case remained cold for over 50 years, this new twist has reignited hopes that justice may finally be served. But until then, the Zodiac's true identity remains a terrifying enigma. The question is, if he is still out there, is he watching? Could the man who terrified an entire region now be living a normal life, blending in with society, hiding in plain sight? Thank you for watching this episode from The Lures of the Past. If you enjoyed this journey into mystery and intrigue, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when our next tale from the past goes live.